gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Rubber Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, NASCAR Xfinity Series, Echo Park 250 from Atlanta Motor Speedway. We have 163 laps, 3 stages, 40, 40, and 83. All time, this is the 30th Cup race at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So, we have enough that we know who the main runners are. Now, as we've seen so far in 2021, we had A.J. Allmendinger getting his second career oval win. Guess what? His first career oval win came at this race last year. So yeah, Colic Racing, they got a very tier 1 driver, I would say, with A.J. Allmendinger. I mean, he's been a road course ringer his whole career. He's starting to figure out the oval tracks now. He could be a championship car. So yeah, definitely got a big guy there that can win races. He's already won one this year, won one last year. So this race last year was won by A.J. Allmendinger, his first career oval win. The 2 stages were won by Austin Cindric, our future champion. The top 5 last year at this race was A.J. Allmendinger, Noah Gragson, Justin Haley, Daniel Hemrick, and Harrison Burton. All time in Xfinity Series at Atlanta, Roush Fenway Racing won 7 races. Now, Roush Fenway Racing recently, stock in Fenway Sports was purchased by LeBron James. So LeBron James and a NASCAR Cup Series are a part of a NASCAR Cup Series, kind of like a Michael Jordan. I just love these mainstream NBA stars coming into the NASCAR. Obviously in pro wrestling, I'm a huge pro wrestling fan. If you follow Rubber Sports Show, you know that. Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq, made his AEW Dynamite debut a couple weeks ago with a win. Went through a table with Cody Rhodes. It was great. But yeah, I just love his crossover. These NBA stars getting into NASCAR, getting into pro wrestling. JR Motorsports, Joe Gibbs, Richard Childress have each won 3. Kevin Harvick and Mark Martin lead the way with drivers with 5 for Harvick and 3 for Mark Martin. Joe Gibbs Toyotas won 3 of the last 5 at this Atlanta Xfinity Series. Harvick has won 4 of the last 9. So on the mile and a half, we know how great A.J. Allmendinger has been. Out of 4 races from last year and this year, he's averaged a 5th place with 2 wins. Austin Cindric has averaged a 6.3 with 3 wins. Justin Haley has averaged a 9th place finish. Michael Annett 9.2. Just in 2021, we've had 2 races, Las Vegas and Homestead. Hemrick, a 3rd and a 2nd. Brandon Jones, a 2nd and a 3rd. Both Joe Gibbs Racing cars. Our defending champion, Austin Cindric, a 5th and a 4th. A.J. Allmendinger, a 14th and a 1st. Jeb Burton, a teammate to A.J. Allmendinger, a 4th and a 10th. There's 2 names on that list that I'm excited for. That's going to be Jeb Burton and Daniel Hemrick. Here's why. Both of those guys drove part-time for JR Motorsports last year. Both of those guys didn't have a lot on the table. Didn't have the many opportunities as they were looking for. Daniel Hemrick lost a cup ride. Jeb Burton had never really gotten that tier 1 ride before. They had a chance to show what they could do in that tier 1 ride in JR Motorsports number 8. They turned both of them into full-time rides this year. They are both running well. Right now, besides the winners, 4th place in points, Daniel Hemrick, 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s. 5th place in points, Jeb Burton, 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s. 2 talented drivers in great equipment. Here's what happens. We have Sam Mayer and, oh my goodness, I cannot think of the other driver for JR Motorsports in the A car right now. But yeah, so you've got talent going through that 8 team and that JR Motorsports team. Can't wait to see the future for them. Josh Berry, he's the JR Motorsports modified driver. So yeah, we have Austin Cindric with 2 wins, 5 top 5s, leading the points. A.J. Allmendinger win, 3 top 5s. Myatt Snyder, 1 win, 2 top 5s. So basically those 2 guys are locked into the playoffs. We have 25 regular season races. or 26 regular season races, 33 all total. 26 regular season races. We have 12 playoff spots. I really highly doubt we're going to have 13 different winners. We might. If we do, Mike Snyder, AJ Allmendinger, they need to step it up. Austin Cindric, 2 wins. He's pretty much locked in. And then 6th place is Jeb's cousin, Harrison Burton, followed by Braden Jones, both. Joe Gibbs Racing Cars. Justin Haley, Kayak Motorsports, teammate to AJ Allmendinger, Brandon Brown, Jeremy Clemens, Justin Allgaier, and Riley Hurst round out the 12 drivers right now that have a playoff spot. When I did my preview for the playoffs for the Xfinity Series, only Jeremy Clemens, Myatt Snyder were my 2 that I didn't pick. I had Noah Gragson, who's 19th, and Ryan Sieg, who's 26th. So far it's kind of leaning toward what we were expecting for the Xfinity Series. Austin Cindric dominating. He goes in the Cup next year. That opens up that team to the next guy up. As for my 3 picks, it is so difficult. I had to enjoy my rowdy energy for a minute. In the Xfinity Series, because right now I'm 0-3 on picks in the Truck Series, 1-4 in the Xfinity Series, 0-5 in the Cup. My 1 win in the Xfinity Series was Austin Cindric last week, I believe it was. Yeah, last week. So there's so many, Myatt Snyder, who knew he was going to win, AJ Allmendinger, Austin Cindric. So my 3 picks for Hotlanta: Daniel Hemrick, that 18 car, AJ Allmendinger, it's a 1.5 miles. Why can't he win it? And then, of course, our defending champion, Austin Cindric. In the Truck Series, I had picked Austin Hill, John Hunter Nemechek, and Kyle Busch. Hopefully I can go 2 for 2. We could live the Cup Series, maybe go 3 for 3. We'll see what happens. I do thank you for watching my videos each and every week. Make sure if you're a college football fan, you check out the March Madness. If you're a pro wrestling fan, check out the preview of Fastlane. And for pro wrestling, the countdown to WrestleMania, countdown to the Final Four at NCAA. We have the CFL coming up in June, I do believe. We got NASCAR. We got a lot of pro wrestling. Lots of videos on Robert Sports Show. Please check them all out. If you're a pro wrestling fan, go back to some of the earlier ones. I had the best of Game Changer Wrestling. I had the best of AEW from its inception. A lot of good stuff there. NASCAR stuff as well. I got a couple topic videos. I want to share it with you right now. I know we are about 8 months out from it. From the time Homestead is over until Daytona begins next year, February 20th is what I'm seeing on the calendar. During that time, there's 100 days in there. We're going to do the 99-day countdown to Daytona. So each day we're going to take the 99 car, the 98 car, the 97, on down, and do a profile of what that number has done in the Cup Series, Xfinity, and Cup, or Xfinity Truck and Cup. We're also going to have a topic video and or champion profile. So for a 100-day countdown till Daytona, 2 videos a day NASCAR, the number and the profiles and or topic video. Yeah, that's the plan. Stay tuned to Robert Sports Show for more of that as we get closer. A lot going to be happening this year. Like I said, short term, road to WrestleMania. We have all the previews and reviews of WWE, NXT, AEW, Impact, Ring of Honor. We'll have some other specialized videos of different wrestling companies like GCW. They have the collective for WrestleMania weekend. Maybe do something with that. Definitely the GCW Fight Forever, which was a 24-hour show, the first one of its kind, to raise money for independent wrestling. That happened back in late January. Taking me time to finish it. The first ever 2-hour wrestling match, 120 minutes. Iron Man match. Jordan Oliver and Tony Deppen. 7 falls to 6. It was great. So a lot of content. CFL, NFL, NCAA, college basketball right now, March Madness, college football in the fall. Goodness gracious, wall-to-wall videos on Robert Sports Show 2021. Leaning into 2022. We plan things here out As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show, and please stay tuned for the Full of Honor Quick Trip 500. Thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day, have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.